When I first had to take my bus out to get registered, I drove it without any latches or anything on these doors, these drawers, because I figured with the soft close it takes a little bit of effort to kind of get to the point where the door would open. But I was wrong. The drawers will still slide open on their own. So I'm trying to figure out an elegant way to latch them, and I think I figured it out. My first guess was to use these child locks that would basically fit right inside the door here, and then they would latch inside. The only problem is where I would attach the receiving end of this up under here had to be too deep because this whole face frame pulls out as part of the bed, so I would need to attach it to the support that's holding up these rails. And that made it so it was impossible for me to reach the little button to unlatch the latches. And if I had put it on the face frame, that prevents the face frame from opening up without opening the drawers. So I thought about it a little bit more, and I think I've got a similar idea that I think is going to look kind of cool. It'll be a little bit different, but I think that it will work. Okay, so my idea in a nutshell is to take these little nautical rope cleats, and I'm going to attach little teeny ones at the corner of each of the drawers. Then on the inside here, I'm going to have a little, let's see if I can find it, a little eye bolt, screw eye as they call these, and tie a string to it. Then, when you want to close it, you just grab the string, close this, cleat it up, and then the drawer should be attached firmly to the frame of the bed, and still allow the bed frame to pull out without opening the drawers. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's the proof of concept of my little nautical latch. We've got the little cleat here, teeny tiny. I mean, look at it compared to the size of my hand. Here's a little lighter. So when you pull on it, it doesn't let the drawer open. To unlatch it, it's just a matter of quickly uncleating, and then it opens up. And as you can see, the rope goes away or falls into the drawer. It's easy to grab. But if I'm parked for a while, there's no need to be constantly cleating it, so it's never in the way. All I gotta do, let's say we're about to take off for a while, we grab the cleat, or grab the rope, put it on the cleat, and I like to do at least 2 little reverse. I'm not the best at this, especially one-handed. There you go. And it's back latched again. So that's all I really need to keep the drawers from swinging open while we're in motion. Alright, first things first is you have to install the eye screw. So the way that I do that is just by pinching it into the little 3 claws at the end of my drill, and trying to position the point so that it pretty much pivots around a center point. It's really not going to be easy to do that perfectly, but this is close enough. And then I'm going to hold the drill up under here and press up against the supporting beam, which is this piece of wood that you can see between the slats, and just kind of drill it into place. So I'm pretty much just taking the lighter, right about there is probably good, and screw it in. That's probably good. Loosen up the drill. Now you can see we have a little eye screw in there. So now I'm just going to tie a little bit of string to that. There we go. cut. Now I'm taking my measuring lighter and we're going to fuse the ends of the rope so that they don't fray. So I've got a piece of string hanging on the inside of the drawer. Alright, so this is what we just did. We got the rope hanging just about, well, it touches the bottom of the drawer. So now I'm going to pull this back, grab my measuring lighter, get this other string out of here. That is where the string comes down. Okay, so now I'm taking my lighter. I'm measuring about a lighter's length in and a lighter's thickness from the top lip. That puts the cleat right about there. Alright, it's a little hard to juggle everything, the camera and all the tools, so I pre-drilled for the cleat, so you can see, and now I'm going to screw it on. Alright, that cleat is on, so you can go ahead and give it a shot. I'm just going to do it on the outside. It's not very tight that way, which is why I like to do it the other direction. And just for clarification, I on the last two loops I did them in reverse so that it's kind of locking a little bit and no slippage. So that cleat is holding. All of my cleat latches are attached to these drawers, so they're all secure. They won't open while the bus is in motion. These drawers, on the other hand, need something a little bit different. I basically just used my cable equipment to create a cable that holds the drawers in so that they don't pop out. See, even if this one, that's about as far out as it'll pop out, and then if I let it go, it just goes right back in. This is coated, but this is like a jagged metal piece that I really don't want coming in contact with the drawer. Right there it doesn't seem to come in contact with the drawer, but down here it definitely does. And over here I just put 2 eye screws in, and believe it or not, they're close enough to the drawer that the clips actually keep it from going out any further than this. But even if that were, let's say I hit a really big bump, I should still be able to keep the drawer in. See, it doesn't even get to the point of the cable's tension. But again, it's, you know, it'll over time probably cause damage at these points, so I got to figure out, well, maybe I have to figure out something there. At least here, this section seems to pop out quite a bit more than that other section, but it's a safety thing. So I'm happy that I can drive now and not have to worry about my drawers popping out. And then for stowing these things, I just pop off my little clips. I will just put them here in my little cubby, or maybe up here somewhere. I'll figure something out. So as a final overall thing, these drawers now have latches that are made out of cleats. On the refrigerator, we've got little clipping handles, so you got to kind of like pull up a little in order for that to open. These guys I'm not that worried about. They've got strong magnets holding them together, so I'm not even going to do anything. This guy, this spice rack, it would be really hard to get this to pop out, just because of the shape of it and the fact that it's not going to have very much weight on it. And then these guys have the cable that runs down the front, and that holds all of the equipment in. Up here, these are held in with push latches. This, I'm not really worried about that flying open. So everything at this point seems really secure, and I'm confident that if I were to go for a long drive and everything, as long as all my latches were in place, I shouldn't have to worry about drawers or cabinets popping open. So I'm going to call this project done.